Stories are biting off more than you can chew. My name is Osadumebi, and every week I usually tell you a short story written by a Nigerian writer or author. But this is series week, where I tell you a story over the course of 2 to 7 consecutive days. Basically, however long it takes to complete the story. Series week will occur once a quarter, and the stories featured will still be written by Nigerian writers and authors, but will either consist of a sequence of related episodes from one story or a set of stories linked by a common theme. That's the long and short of it. So without much ado, today's story is from a collection by Abasiekeme Akpakpan, and it's titled Dearest Family Members. I am the red flag. For more stories in the collection, catch up on yesterday's episode and listen in to tomorrow's. My dearest family members, I waved my own red flag proudly. You know how I am always rooting for you whenever you read from me? Well, this time, it is your turn. I kid you not. It is because I am the red flag. Before you start making plans to stay away from me, just calm down. Let me explain. I met Mide the day I decided to give Suya another chance. For the longest time, I avoided Suya like a plague. And since I'm that nice, I will tell you why. One time like this, I attempted to eat Suya on a bus trip from Lagos to Akwa Ibom. You know that legendary Ore stop? If you have ever traveled by road from Lagos to the south, you know that if your bus driver does not stop at Ore, you should worry. Anyway, that day, I was not even that hungry. But as my Nigerian mother would say, you better eat something now, oh. You don't know the road ahead. Well, I figured, let me just grab something to keep busy. So I approached one suya spot. That is when my destiny almost changed. The seller, God bless his hustle, had just finished urinating somewhere nearby. I still remember him shouting, "I dey come," as he jogged towards me. No hand washing, nothing. He wiped the sweat off his forehead, dragged his palm across his dusty trousers, and reached out to serve me meat. With those same hands. Hey, I froze. My brain paused. In fact, if my life were a movie, that is the scene where you hear that ding 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 sound and everything goes silent. I just stood there, staring at him like he was a horror. My instincts screamed louder than my hunger. Sharp, sharp, I changed direction. I picked gala and coke instead. At least, the gala was wrapped in nylon. Right there and then, I made a blood covenant with myself. No suya ever again. Not that day, not the next day, and not in my lifetime. But as you know, life has a wicked sense of humor. So let us just fast forward to one random evening. I was standing at another suya stand. How life managed to lure me back, I am still investigating. But this time, I had agreed to just sample small suya because peer pressure is real, and somehow, this particular suya joint has my estate in a chokehold. Somehow, that was the same evening all my bank apps decided to disgrace me publicly. I switched from one app to another, and nothing. 5 apps, 5 heartbreaks. And of course, I was not with my debit card. The suya man's patience was wearing thin. I could feel the heat. I could feel the stares. I could feel my village people laughing in the background. And then, midday. This guy just appeared from nowhere, like a knight in shining denim. He must have seen the frustration written all over my face because, without any preamble, he said, "Babe, did you get more meat?" Babe. Me. Now maybe babe. Before I could finish processing his words, he told the seller to wrap the suya and he paid, just like that. Then, casually, he said, "Done. Let's go." Eh? Go where, sir? But somehow, I followed him to his car because, well, refund na him remain now. As a correct babe, I had to pay him back. He asked for my number so he could send his account details on WhatsApp, and later that night, he sent it. I did a clean refund. Case closed. Or so I thought. 2 weeks later, Mide started showing his true colors. Or maybe he made mine manifest. At first, it was cute. A message here, a call there, checking up on me, nothing serious. But then it grew, and grew, and grew some more. "Babe, how's your day? Babe, I miss you. Babe, you're always on my mind. Babe, can we see? Babe, I saw a tree today and thought of you." It was raining babe messages everywhere. Abina, because I answered babe that first day. Now so contract they start. At first, I laughed it off. After all, it's just harmless attention, Abi. But deep down, something did not sit right. It was not the messages alone. It was the speed, the intensity, like he had known me since Noah built the ark. But guess who refused to set boundaries? Me. I didn't lean into his affection, no, but I did not push back either. I went with the flow, or whatever you guys say nowadays. Every plan he suggested, every idea he pushed, I felt this small tightening in my chest. But I kept telling myself, "Oh, don't be too dramatic. He's just excited." Every time my gut whispered, "Something is off," I muted it. I saw the signs, clear as day. Over familiarity, over attachment, over eagerness. But I kept making excuses. He's just being nice. Oh, you're overthinking it. Maybe you're just scared of happiness. Nonsense advice that I was just giving myself. The truth is, sometimes it is not the other person that is the main problem. It is your refusal to listen to yourself. When you keep bending your boundaries, dismissing your instincts, and pretending you are comfortable when you are not, you are waving your red flag. And family members, that is exactly what I did. I kept trying to give it time instead of respecting what I was feeling. Until one day, everything burst. Earlier that day, I had hinted that I would be at a friend's place, busy. But guess who I met at my gate when I got home? Mide. It wasn't just that. It was 45 missed calls. No, it did not end there. It was Mide throwing a fit. Wait first. Oga, you show up unannounced, uninvited, unprovoked, and you are screaming that you were worried because I was not taking your calls. Blah, blah, blah. The boat rider was right there watching the drama unfold. Then he said, Auntie, na so men be na. Just apologize. He's your boyfriend, and that's why he was worried. If shame could kill, I would be writing this from the great beyond. That day, my eyes cleared fully. Family members, I am the red flag because I saw the signs and I still stayed. I made excuses. I wanted to believe in potential instead of facts. I ignored my discomfort until it became a public embarrassment. Moral of the story? Sometimes, the red flag is not them. It is you, standing there, waving it proudly in the wind, pretending it's an aesthetic. And maybe, just maybe, healing isn't about avoiding red flags completely. Maybe it is about spotting them early, smiling kindly at yourself, and choosing to walk away, meat in hand, dignity intact. So, my dearest family members, please, don't just root for me this time. Root for my healing and pray for it too. Love, your Abbas. Your Abbas is a writer and storyteller based in Lagos. By day, she works with a financial institution. But between the ticking of office hours and quiet moments in traffic, she returns to her lover, writing. Her stories live on Medium under the name Your Abbas. To contact her, reach out on Instagram at my_Abbas, on X at _Abasiekeme, or connect with her on LinkedIn at Abasiekeme Akpakpan. Details and links will be in the episode description. If you've got a story you would like to be featured on this podcast, or a published book you want to make into an audiobook, I would love to hear from you. Send an email to info@osadumebi.com or send me a message at Osadumebi on either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or X. I look forward to collaborating with you. And if you've enjoyed this week's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with that one person you know will enjoy listening. Tell them that stories are a good escape for a few minutes each week.